Hi everyone, my name is Nikita, and for those of y'all who have just found my channel, I work as a Band 6 physiotherapist in the NHS in London, UK. And in today's video, we are going to discuss what is the key content that you need to include into the supporting information section of your NHS profile. And if you are interested in it, please do not forget to watch the video till the end because I share some really good tips about what you need to include in your NHS job application.
So, whenever you think about writing for your supporting information section in your NHS job applications, you will usually see that it has a limited number of words that you can write. And what they typically say is you can write about 1,500 words. So, what I would recommend is you use up all of these words to display your skills, highlight your skills, and why the interviewer should consider you for this job. Now, one structure or framework that I use personally is dividing this into three sections: the introduction, the main body paragraphs, and the conclusion. And I usually divide the number of words I use as well. For example, for the introduction and for the conclusion, I would leave only about 5% of the total word count. That means that in the introduction and the conclusion, out of the 1,500 words, I would use only around 50 to 75 words in the introduction and the conclusion. So that means that I'm using only up to 150 words in the introduction and the conclusion together, and I have about 1,300 words to display my skills and why I think I am the best person for this role. So now moving ahead, so in the introduction, there are several ways that you can start it, and I've just listed down 2 or 3 ways over here. You can start by writing that I was instantly drawn to the advertised role due to its focus on, say, for example, pediatric rehabilitation, or maybe its MSK focused nature. And I have been looking for a role which would offer me more exposure to, say, a particular client population. For example, you could say that I'm particularly interested in working with people with arthritis, or I'm particularly interested in working with people with spinal cord injury if you are somebody who's very neuro oriented. And this is the reason for my interest in this role. So, what you are doing is you are able to now tell the interviewer or whoever is reading your supporting information document the exact reason why you are applying for this role. Another example could be that I am applying for the role of, say, a specialist pediatric physiotherapist, and I currently work or I currently study as a physiotherapy student, or I'm currently working as a junior physiotherapist, and I've had over 2 years of experience. So this will again come in if you've been working for some time in so and so field. So this can be a good way to start your supporting information document. Now, moving to the main body paragraphs, what I would suggest is you pick out 2 or 3 skills after reading the job description very carefully. For example, most of the job description would usually say that they need someone who has worked independently or managed their own caseload, somebody who has very good communication, somebody who has good understanding of anatomy, physiology, and who is able to assess patients and treat them by themselves, somebody who is able to have good record keeping skills, good documentation skills. So these are the skills usually that interviewers or employers are looking for in potential candidates. So use these ideas to build your main body paragraphs and highlight your skills. Now, one of the frameworks that I use personally is known as the SOAR framework. So where S stands for subjective, O is for objective, A is for action, and R is for result. So in the subjective section, you want to provide more information about the context or the situations that you are working in or you have experienced. In the objective section, you need to define a problem. So this will help the interviewer understand what the problem was and what you had to overcome. The next is action. So you need to explain the steps that you had undertaken to resolve the particular problem or the issue. And finally, you need to share the result of your actions. So this entire thing can be summarized in one paragraph. So let me just give you an example. For example, if I'm a pediatric therapist and I was making home programs, I could say that we were seeing about 50 patients in the clinic every week, and we were not able to generate home programs for these patients. And so these patients were not able to do follow-up exercises, or the parents were not able to do follow-up exercises with the children at home. So what I did over here was that I provided the context for the problem and I defined the problem. So I was able to tell the person reading my supporting information document what exactly was the problem. That because we were seeing 50 patients per week who had conditions XYZ, we were not able to generate therapy programs for them. And so the children were not able to do the therapy exercises at home. So, what was the action that I took to resolve this? I was then able to maybe generate some generalized therapy plans. So, if, say, a person or a child had knee pain, and if I wanted to recommend some stretches for them, I had a generalized leaflet that would recommend these stretches for them. And I would hand that out for the parent of the family. And so what was the result? That I did not have to generate individualized therapy plans for them, but I made a set of leaflets that I could then distribute out to the patients based on their conditions or based on the recommendations that I had for them. So in this way, I was able to demonstrate not only effective communication, but I demonstrated very good documentation skills and written communication skills. And these are some of the skills that NHS employers look for. And finally, in the last 50 to 75 words of your supporting information, you would want to write that you are thrilled about the possibility of working for so and so NHS Trust, and you would love the opportunity to meet with them and to discuss the value that you could bring to their team. And therefore, you look forward to hearing from them, and you should obviously thank them. Now, this is a good way to close your supporting information document, just because it tells the NHS Trust that you are really keen to work for their particular organization and that you are really looking forward to hearing back from them. And it just gives a positive feedback to them about you as a candidate or as a potential candidate for the job.
So that was it for today. But if you liked the content that I shared in this video, please do not forget to hit the like button for the video. Please share any thoughts or questions that you may have in the comment section below. And if you would like to receive more content from the channel related to working in the UK as a healthcare professional, getting your first NHS job and securing the work visa in UK, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you are updated with all of the latest content from my channel. Thank you so much for watching, you all. Take care. Bye-bye.